welcome back to Jubilee Road. So today I'm doing something, well, a little bit different to what I normally do here on the channel. Now, you obviously clicked on this video seeing the title, which is high model railway prices, and basically, well, what can we do about it? Now, this is a topic that has been around an awful lot in various different posts and people complaining about how high model prices are. And, well, yeah, I agree with you. They have gone extremely expensive. But in today's video, I am not going to stand here in front of you all and absolutely slate all the model railway companies selling us these locomotives at a high price. That's not going to get us anywhere, and I don't think any of us really should be doing that. It's the way it is, and the short answer is nothing. We really can't do a lot about these high prices. It's not only model railways are going up, everything. Look at the fuel cost, it's just unbelievable. Gas, electric, everything is going up. So naturally, yeah, the model railway stuff was going to go up as well. So in today's video, I'm just going to show you there are things we actually can do about this. If you don't mind not buying the amazing fancy new locos with the kind of pointless add-ons. Not all of them are pointless, some of you may love those things, but to me personally, they're a bit pointless. Like working roof fans. But I don't really see the point, but if you're into that kind of thing, then fine, that's really up to you. So, I got a collection of locomotives just here. Now, these I paid very reasonable prices for. So, first off, if you still want brand new locomotives, and you don't have a huge amount of money to do that, this loco right here is a Hornby Railroad locomotive. Now, Hornby is the only model company, well, in the UK, producing rolling stock and locomotives that do a cheaper range, which is as known as Hornby Railroad locomotives. And here we have a Network Rail Class 37. Now, these are a fair bit cheaper than, well, as I said, the old singing and dancing one with headlights and goodness knows what. Now, a lot of you thinking, oh, I'm not going to buy one of those, they look rubbish. But look what you can actually achieve when you add weathering. You've got the antennae each end, you've got buffer beam detail. That looks way nicer than it did. Sadly, the work wasn't done by me, but the only downside, you don't get working headlights. But again, if you want to fit those, you can relatively easy actually. And it's also a good starting point for your beginner models to have a loco like this to add detail. Now, the only problem is with Railroad, as you guessed, the prices have gone up. For a Railroad Plus model, now you're looking at 120 quid recommended retail price. For an X Lima Class 37, yeah, that's getting a bit close to the mark, as shocking to be honest, but they're still cheaper than the sort of main range. Now, sticking with new locomotives, what else can we do to save money? Well, who is the best value manufacturer here? There is a couple of them. Oxford Rail comes to mind straight away. Their wagons are fantastic quality and still a fair bit cheaper than everyone else's, which is always good. Their locomotives, they can be a little bit hit and miss, but I've had a few good ones here now, and they're running, well, perfectly, and they are a fantastic price, again, compared to everyone else. The other one is Dapol. I believe their prices are fair for what they offer. Normally very good quality models, although my Large Prairie had something to say about that one, but we'll forget that one. But normally their rolling stock is very well built, and their locomotives do look the part. And yeah, I think they're a fair price. And the other one is Accurascale. Now, their prices seem very fair compared to how much tech that they're going to be put in their locomotives. I know we haven't seen any of their models, locos as of yet, but they look extremely promising. And obviously, I am going to do a full video on this so we can see how they stack up to the others. The worst value for money model maker, I'm not even going to say that. I don't think that's fair. I'm not going to say who it is here on video, but I think you could all guess who I'm thinking of there. Now, last part of the video, there is also another thing we can do about this, and that is where this lot comes in. The second-hand market. Now, are there bargains still available for second-hand? Well, yeah, of course there is. I spend a lot of time on a well-known auction site. I wonder which one that could be. I think you know what one that is. Now, you can find a lot of rolling stock, thousands of locomotives at varying prices. You just need a sort of a general idea of how much locomotives are worth on the second-hand market. I have a small idea. I'm not amazing at it. But when bargains come up, you need to just pick them. You just need to avoid the greedy sellers. There's loads of them out there. If you see a loco you think, no, that's too much, just leave it there and wait until a better one comes up. So we're going to start off with rolling stock quickly. I don't want to talk too much because I know you all hate my accent. I'm only messing. Is this. Now, we all know what this is. It's a four-wheel tank wagon. These have been around as long as modern railways have, pretty much, haven't they? Now, how much would you expect to pay brand new for one of these? Gosh, I don't know. 35, 40 quid, maybe even more for certain manufacturers. Well, I bought this one second hand. Look at that. It's got nice detail. The livery application is nice. We do have the bigger couplings, but you can see a screw there, which I can take out. No problems with that. And yeah, we do have plastic wheels. But again, I'm not too bothered by that. But if you want to, you can swap those out relatively cheaply and get some metal ones there. So, £7.50. That is what I paid for that, £7.50, and this got nice detail. It runs quite smoothly around the layout, so not too much drag from those plastic wheels. Now, why was it so cheap? No box. That's another tip of mine. If you want to save you quite a bit of money, maybe £20, £30, maybe even more on that on a model, buy without a box. It doesn't really matter, does it? It's the loco, or as in this case, wagon, counts. Now, another one I want to show you on the second-hand market is this. Now, bear with me. I know a lot of you people don't like American outline locomotives. I get that. That's fair enough. But if we bring this closer to that, look at the detail of this. It's a bit dusty because I just brought it out of storage. But look at that. Working headlights. We have all-wheel pickup and drive. It weighs a lot. It's got a lovely central mounted motor providing the power. And you can see how nice this model locomotive is. And it's made by Kato, if you would just want to know. And second hand, £40. What? £40 for a loco this quality? That you could get going on for 3 of these for a price of a Hornby Railroad model. And just look at that. That's really quite impressive. And it can pull a train almost the whole length of my layout. That's ridiculous for the size of loco, isn't it? So, yeah, second-hand market, definitely the way to go. Now, obviously, most of us here are British modelers here in the UK, obviously. Can you get bargains like that on UK outline locomotives? Yeah. You sure can. This. It's going to be a bit awkward, but you all know what this is. It's a Hornby Duchess locomotive. And this is actually the preserved one, Duchess of Sutherland. I don't want to drop it, so that's why I'm holding it like that. You can just see the nameplate there. Now, this brings on to my last point of this video about saving money. I'm going to pop that back down here. Is newly tooled locomotives. Now, we all think, oh yeah, new tooled locomotives, it's going to be better. Not always. This one, I just showed you the Duchess locomotive, is the tooling before the current one. That's how you save money. Go to the tooling just before the new one. You save a fair bit of money. That loco, unbelievably, cost me £54. £54 for a Duchess locomotive. Is there anything wrong with it? No. The detail's good. It runs good. Possibly a bit lighter than the new one, but does that matter? No. And again, back to my other tip, no box. Now, doesn't matter, does it? Locomotives without a box, it really doesn't matter. As long as they run fine and look good, what doesn't matter, does it? Just do your homework if you're on that well-known auction site. Just have a look at the description and pictures if it doesn't have a box, and go ahead and buy it. As I said, you're saving yourself a fair bit of money. I've given you some tips there, how to get locomotives cheaper. pop into your local model shop. It's where I bought that wagon from, MIB Models. They're always going to have some bargains because they want the custom. We need to be going to our local model shops and still helping them out. That's really what we need to be doing. And go to shows. There are always bargains at shows, isn't there? So that is my tip. And also the bigger companies here in the UK, there's two of them come to mind, Hattons and Rails of Sheffield. They always do sales, so keep an eye on those. So that's it for today. Please, what do you think about my tips? You might think they're a load of rubbish. Well, that's fine by me. It'd be nice to hear from you. Do you like bargains, or do you buy new locomotives? I still buy some new locomotives. You might have realised that by the cabinet behind me, but oh well. But trust me, that you don't have to make this hobby expensive. Just before I go, I'm going to do a channel shout out, which is to Budget Model Railways. He covers this subject extremely well on his channel, and you can, well, build a layout for, well, peanuts, I guess you could say, really cheap compared to what you could be paying. He does it absolutely brilliantly. I'll put a link in the description so you can see that. So, sorry we haven't been running trains today, it's just been me talking. I could have run trains in the background, but you know how that will end. I hope this has been helpful to you, and again, there's no point slating the manufacturers over and over again about model prices. It's just pointless, and it's not going to work. So, I'll be back here at Jubilee Road or on location for you with loads more railway content. Bye everyone!